Hi Zurdo, how you doing? Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations on getting this fight against Dmitry Bivol.
Thank you. Thank you. And it's a pleasure for me.
It's really nice to see you. I mean, look, uh, obviously you had done the right things in the boxing ring to land this fight. How difficult was the behind the scenes process to make sure that you got in front of the line right now, especially now on the heels of Bivol's victory over Canelo in May? What did you guys do to make it happen?
Well, we did the right thing, wait and fight. And I fought 2 times for eliminator. And now is my time to shine like a diamond, like Rihanna say. And I mean, it's a great opportunity for me. I'm so happy for that because I was waiting a long time for that. He fought Canelo, and I know that it was a really good for me because he beat Canelo, one of the best fighters in the world, and now time to 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 tell everyone who I am.
I mean, I was looking at the both of your records. You know, there's so many similarities. Both of you guys are undefeated. Both of you guys are 31 years old. Both of you guys fought Sullivan Barrera within the not so distant past in 2018. You score a technical. I'm sorry. Yeah, in 2018, you have Bivol fought him to went the distance with him, and then when you fought Barrera last year, you had a TKO 4 against him. Is that encouraging to you? Does common opponents matter much, or what else are you considering when you say I like this matchup?
Well, I consider that the we have similar kind of like similar style, similar fighters, and we're in the theater. And I mean, and both of us want to be the best, and he proved that he's the best, and I will prove that I'm the best.
Is there a date for this fight and a location yet, or is that still to be negotiated?
No, we still negotiated, and we don't have nothing yet. Just the mandatory to WBA, and but I can wait. I think it will be in October, yeah, November. I don't know. But
Maybe
it will happen this year.
okay, great. So sometime in the fall, and possibly, like, I would assume maybe Southern California or Nevada.
Yes,
What you're thinking?
that's what I'm thinking.
Great. I mean, obviously, look, you former super middleweight champion of the world. You've done a lot of great things in the ring. You had that layoff that you dealt with, you know, to sort out the direction of your career. Now you're with Golden Boy Promotions. Are you happy with where your career stands right now? Thrilled?
Yes, I am. I'm super happy for my career. I'm happy for what I'm doing.
What do you feel as you look at this fight? And look, you mentioned some of those things that Bivol did in his fight against Canelo, which were so impressive. As you look at yourself, what do you feel like you most need to improve on to be able to win this fight, or do you feel equipped to win it as it is right now?
Say that again.
What do you feel like you most need to improve on or prove to yourself, you know, to win this fight? What kind of things should we be looking for? How are you going to win this fight, given everything that we saw from Bivol with that, you know, hellacious jab and those devastating power punches that he landed on Canelo?
Yeah, that I mean, I will prove myself that I can do it. I will prove myself, and I will prove everyone that I'm the best. And I think it will be the end this fight by decision because he's good in the footwork. But I mean, everything can happen in the ring, right? And I can maybe I can knock him out. And yeah, I mean, I see myself raising my hand as a champion, and I think prove myself, prove that what I've been doing this for years because I want to prove my best. I want to prove myself That's what I started in boxing because I want to prove myself that I can do it. I can do it right.
Thing that has always struck me about you, Zurdo, is that you're just so calm in the ring. You're so poised. It's like you have a game plan. You can see it kind of reeling through your mind, and you're going to execute it when the time comes. Is that the way you really are, or are you sort of like panicky in there and itching to get going and to land those big punches? What runs through your mind during the course of the fight?
The thing is, I'm calm in the ring. I'm intelligent, and I'm trying to do it the right way, because I like to do everything right, everything like kind of like perfect, and that's the way it should be. Like you have to be calm in the ring. You have to throw a lot of punches, and you have to win the fight.
Look, I'm going to ask you about, we mentioned that you had some layoff to deal with, the direction of your career. Over the course of the last 3 years, you've had 4 fights. Only 2 of them lasted more than 4 rounds. Has that been enough work in the ring for you to enter a fight like this? Like, do you feel sufficiently prepared with your ring time that you've had?
Of course, because I have 44 fights, and I've been with many fighters. I've been with a hard fights in the ring, but I think for me it's enough. It's enough the time that I have in boxing, and I feel like as a fighter that I had a lot of experience. That's what I mean.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, and look, the pandemic was part of this, right? Well, we've talked about that. That's in the past, me and you, about how that affected your career, and it's affected Bivol too. He's only had 3 fights in the last 3 years. All of them went 12 rounds. I think all his past 7 fights have each gone the distance. Does that allow you to feel some comfort, maybe that, okay, we know this guy hits hard, but I don't think he can knock me out? Does that allow you to have some freedom in the ring and kind of like go after what you want to explore in the course of the fight?
Well, no, the thing is, I know what I can do in the ring, and I believe in myself, and I know I can beat this guy. He can hit hard. He can do whatever he want, but he never faced someone like me.
Yeah. And is part of that the fact that, look, we know what Mexican fighters have inside their heart. Is part of that being a Mexican? Do you think that that's maybe your ultimate edge here?
Yeah, of course, because I'm a Mexican fighter and I have big heart, and I love fight. I love to fight with the best.
You mentioned Canelo, and obviously, I think Canelo has said, "Look, I'm going to fight Triple G in September, and then I'm going to fight. I'm going to go back and avenge my loss to Bivol." But if you win this fight, clearly the more appetizing a fight for Canelo would be to fight you, not Bivol, right? And do you feel like that would put you in front of the line to fight Canelo with a victory?
I mean, he never will face me because he know what kind of type the fighter I am, and he want to face people in 68. That's fine because he want to do the rematch with him, but I will take the belt.
Do you think that you will get Canelo though? Do you think that he will have no choice but to fight you if you win this fight?
I think eventually he will not have choice to fight me, to face me. I'm younger than Canelo, and I mean, and people want to see the fight too.
Yeah. Let me ask you something though, because you raise an interesting point, Zurdo. If you're on this side of things, I really want you to elaborate on it. People who say that Canelo is like fucking him. I mean, he can only fight so many guys in so many days, right? And like when you look back at his career, he's fought Gennady Golovkin twice, now a third time. He went after Miguel Cotto. He's obviously went up to 175 to fight a prime Bivol. Do you really think that he is ducking anyone, or is this a guy where just the calendar only allows him to have so many fights?
Well, I think he's good. He's good, one of the best, and if you want to fight in 75 with Bivol, it's no point to do that, right? And
Yeah.
he can fight anyone else. He can fight any other fighter. He has so many fights like interesting to make the
Yeah.
fight happen. But it's no point to fight again in 75, even with me, right? It's no point. But he can choose any fight, any day, any fighter too. And because he proved already what he did, and he don't have to prove anything else.
If it became a negotiating thing, would you be able to go down to 168 and fight Canelo if that's what it took to fight Canelo?
No, of course not. If he
Okay.
want to fight me, he need to move back. He did already twice, and what we shouldn't do is to fight me.
You is this maybe I'm sorry if I don't know this automatically, but the deal to fight Bivol, like you said, they still have to negotiate the location and the date. Is there any chance at all that there would be a rematch clause connected to that fight, or is this just purely a one fight deal, winner take all, and then you deal with it from there?
Well, we can do a rematch. We can put a rematch clause, but I will beat him for sure.
Yeah. And Zurdo, again, the three belt champion in that division is Artur Beterbiev. You have a lot of interest in one day fighting him as well. Can you see that being something that ends up being on your resume?
Yeah, of course. That's the type of the fight that I want, and I wanna face him too.
You've been left for a long time, Zurdo, to sort of like bang the drum. You're the best fighter around these weight classes, whether it be 168 or 175. And, for a variety of reasons, that hasn't happened yet. How overjoyed are you now to be in this position that basically you can write your own ticket and to be able to prove the fighter who you are?
Well, I'm really excited and really happy for this opportunity, like I say, and I will miss this fight, and I will take it, and I'm so glad that it happened.
Great. Thank you so much, Zurdo. Really appreciate your time today. We'll talk to you soon, okay?
Yeah, thank
All
you.
right.